What is going on, everybody?
Hello.
It is Pixelmarters here, and welcome back to Professor Layton versus Phoenix Wright. When we left off,
Yeah, I don't remember what happened.
we're here in this courtroom, and Mr. Johnny Smiles, as the prime security guard, was trying to accuse Espella, that's her name,
Who is clearly brainwashed.
of not murder for once. Phoenix not doing a murder case. What kind of nonsense is this?
It's almost like it's an alternate universe.
But even though she's being mind controlled by the Vivitch, we are trying to. We're going to get it. But we're not going to do this whole. We're not going to take a guilty verdict. We're going through the see to the end of this. So we're going to continue the trial. The defense requests that the trial continue. But what? The defense stands by its assertion that Espella Cantabella is not guilty.
it's our job.
You son of a bitch. Very well, Mr. Wright. If that's your desire, then I, too, have a request to make. Your Honor,
Yes, Prosecutor Flint?
the prosecution calls its second witness.
Second.
What? Hey, wait a second. What about me? Come on, guys. Don't forget about Johnny. Let me start over from the top. No deal omitted.
No detail omitted.
No detail omitted. No
I suggest you leave the witness stand and go back to witnessing your crimes on television.
Damn.
Yes. Yes, sir.
Why? He has one eyebrow. That's it.
I believe a break is in order. The court will now adjourn for a 15-minute break. Mr. Flint, prepare your witness. Is that understood?
The term is recess, Your Honor.
Yes, Your Honor.
The defense has no objections.
Ugh.
Looks like Flinch finally got serious about this case. And that means the real game starts now.
To be continued.
Instantly. After I save, probably. Well, are you gonna let me save? Are you gonna let me do the thing? Any day now? Thank you.
Do you want to save? No.
Nope, not all. I'm just gonna skip the save part. Nobody cares about that. Alright, let's go.
Maya.
Glad the first part's over. That witness was quite a character.
I bet he'd love to be one in a crime drama. He ended up making it a comedy, though. I hated if poor Espella was found guilty because of his shaky testimony. But at least now it looks like we might be able to get Espella a not guilty verdict.
Yeah, I hope that cheered Espella up a bit.
Didn't cheer her up.
No, we're about to get chewed out. I forgot about Dark Claw.
She's reading my newspaper.
Maybe just me, but she doesn't look pleased. Nope, not all.
Oh, it's you. I appreciate your efforts, Mr. Wright.
Thank you.
But while I understand your drive to win this case,
My drive?
this is not the time for your personal ambitions.
I don't...
I told you before, didn't I? That Espella is pleading guilty, and that you should accept the proposed punishment. Help! No. This incident has already been settled between our school and the police. But Miss Darklaw, Espella could be innocent. Believe me, it will be in Espella's best interest if you end the trial as soon as possible. The more this trial drags on, the more traumatic it is for this poor girl.
I'm sorry. She may be saying that she's guilty, but is she really? Look at those eyes.
In any case, Mr. Wright, we don't want our school being shoved into the limelight because of this case. So if you could please refrain from picking at meaningless details such as that toy. Get this trial over with quickly. This is your client's wish, Mr. Wright.
I understand. I'll do my best.
It's a relief to hear that. Let's go, Espella.
She doesn't know my best, Maya.
Ha 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 ha. Yes, Miss Darklaw. What the fuck was that all about? We've been busting our asses in there trying to prove that Espella's innocent, and she expects us to just give up now?
Why are you yelling and cussing at me, Maya? When you think about it, Darklaw's acting very strange.
Let Maya swear. Her own pupil's on trial, and she just stands around reading other people's newspapers.
Yeah, what she's so busy reading about anyway? There's nothing about Espella in that paper. Is she checking the soccer scores or something? I'll assume there's something about it in the paper.
Yeah.
The break is almost over. We better go back. Lynch looked really confident about this new witness. I'm Espella's defense attorney. I'll stand by her no matter what.
I can hear your thoughts. As always.
What? It's terrifying. Why are you in my head?
Mia could too.
What?
The court will now reconvene. Prosecution, is your witness ready?
Of course, Your Honor. Bailiff, please bring her in.
Oh boy. Whoa.
Hello.
Why are you dancing?
That's a great question. I
Witness, state your name and occupation.
feel like she's about to jump out into a dance number like it's West Side Stories.
Oh.
Okay.
The warm winds of the Mediterranean Sea carry the spicy scent of a seafood stew. A hot Sicilian stew that soothes the hearts of sailors braving the raging waters.
Well, all right. That's dangerous and unsanitary. Please don't do that again.
Blessed be the Sicilian cuisine and il nostro mare.
All right.
Why is your hair seaweed?
Aesthetic.
Yes, Miss Al Dente is employed as a cook on the freighter where the crime happened.
A cook? That's some interesting attire you're wearing, Miss Al Dente.
God.
And now you get to take over for it.
What? I don't even
You
know.
had a voice reel, a heavy Italian accent, but also with like a bit of Spanish flair on there. It was interesting.
I've never heard an accent like that in my entire life.
Like I said, that was
What was that?
that is someone who grew up in Spain but has been working in Italy for 2 years. This is exactly what that accent is.
It's European.
Let's go with it.
God, it reminds me of This is my work outfit. It gets very hot in the kitchen, you know.
We'll go with it.
It will be a pleasant change after that chocoholic god. He got up my nose.
Man, how do you do that? I see the judges remaining impartial.
Miss Al Dente discovered the defendant in the cargo hold when she went for supplies.
She found Espella. That would make her the crew member that Johnny saw fighting with Espella?
That is right, Mr. Wright. Miss Al Dente was the first person to discover the intruder.
Then she is the victim of assault. It was a steel pipe. How cruel.
If I'd only had my precious kitchen knife with me at the time.
What?
How the hell? I'd have shown her my... What? That's
I think it's supposed to be exceptional in
Italian.
very... Yes.
I'm not gonna butcher that. Cutting skills, giggle. Nick, look at that! She's an expert potato peeler. Oh my god. You'd better watch out around her.
I'll keep that in mind.
Witness, we will now hear your testimony. Describe to us what happened in the cargo hold.
Certamente, I believe.
Yeah.
Gladly. Why are you just... She just got a song in her head and she's just vibing. Yeah, I'm just gonna start snapping her fingers and slowly walking towards us. I went to the cargo hold to check the supplies. It was past 10 p.m. And I found that girl hiding and clutching one of them bizarro toys. She made as if to run away, so I tried to stop her. Then she grabbed the pipe. She's short, but she fiercely swung the pipe at me. I tried to dodge, but she hit me on the head. I blacked out for a few minutes. That's it.
Okay.
According to the medical report, you suffered a laceration to your head, correct?
Ah, that is covered by the chef hat, so you can't see it now. But when I chop off veggies, it hurts in the rhythm of the strikes. Chop, chop, chop. Ow, ow, ow. No.
That sounds most terrible, Miss Aldente.
I should have been more careful, but she looked like a little Piccola girl.
Okay. Stop. Watch that thing before you cut your potato again.
Olivia is much taller than Espella.
Yeah, Spella's about the same size as you.
I may be short, but I'm well proportioned, and that's what matters.
Your Honor, please stop that thing from talking, but the prosecutor would like to present the decisive evidence that proves the defendant's guilt. You heard me.
Your suit is ugly.
You need to shut up, sir.
Look at this photograph of the defendant's fingerprints on the steel pipe.
Can I borrow a potato real quick? I'm just gonna throw it at him.
As you can see, the fingerprints are very clear. They were left by the assailant.
But that's how you're holding it. Then you'd be holding the very short end up top. Like, you turn your hand. Those fingerprints are on the wrong side of the pipe.
They have already been examined and found to be those of the defendant.
Well, that settles it. This is undoubtedly decisive evidence.
Does no one know anatomy? but what? The fingerprints on the weapon are Espella's?
Just to put your inquisitive mind at peace, Mr. Wright, there were no other fingerprints.
This photograph shall be added to the evidence.
Okay.
Have I not warned you, Mr. Wright? Further examination is but a waste of time.
Nick, what do we do now? This evidence clearly points to Espella.
Well, we're pleading that Espella's not guilty. And if she's innocent, then this witness is lying. All we need to do is expose that lie. We've got to think straight and focus on finding the truth.
The defense may cross-examine the witness.
Oh boy.
Oh.
She's just cursed to forever vibe.
That's my life. Anyways, when did the cargo hold check supplies past 10 a.m. p.m.? Hold it! You had to check the supplies at that late hour? Must be tough being a cook.
Not the saying a thirsty sailor will drink the old Mediterranean Sea.
No, I've never heard that in my life.
Well, now you have. That's why I always need to make sure we're properly stocked up, sweetie.
You pre-cut that years ago, and you just keep showing the same fucking piece of potato, don't you? I'm onto your tricks.
If I had cut it years ago, it would be a whole other plant now, wouldn't it?
Ugh, is she making those sayings up?
The incident occurred at 10:20 p.m. when Smiles was doing the rounds.
I see. Understood. And what happened in the cargo hold?
Found
She's
that
vibing to
girl.
the background music.
Yeah. One of them bizarro toys. Listen, that is the blue badger, but for you guys, the not OG badger. What do they call it? It's it's thing. PC badger, police constable badger.
Police
That's
cops.
right. And this bizarre toy she was holding is none other than
PC Badger, was it? The girl held it in a tight grip, like a Seahawk holds its prey.
Are you certain it was the defendant?
It was kinda dark in that room, but I swear on Neptune it was her.
why Neptune?
The witness was engaged in a face-to-face fight with the defendant. Even if the room was poorly lit, there's no doubt she would recognize her assailant.
Espella was holding PC Badger. Did she intend to steal it?
What did the witness do upon discovering the intruder?
Made to run for it, so he tried to stop her. Then she grabbed the pipe. The defendant tried to escape.
She had nowhere to run though, because she was at the far end of the room. I'm really good at catching chickens that try to run from the knife, so I got her. Rapidamente. No, I can do that. Hey, I was trying to
sorry.
do it!
Sorry, I didn't know you were gonna hiccup on it. My bad.
You didn't know I was gonna hiccup on a word that's not English?
I'm sorry.
I'll never know it now.
Rapidamente?
No.
I'm pretty sure that was it, but...
And when you caught her, things took a violent turn.
Yeah, she was so small, you know, so you wouldn't think she had it in her. There was a steel pipe propped against the wall right next to her.
Was it the pipe from this picture?
Yeah, she's picked it up and held it in both hands. And then... Beepity boppity boo on my head.
Fiercely swung the pipe and
Tried
tried
to
to dodge. You're sure it was the defendant that swung the pipe at you?
Oh god.
We know it was the defendant because her fingerprints were found on the weapon. Ignore the fact that they're upside down, but as you can see, she held the pipe with both hands, just as the witness has stated.
That almost seems like it was to stop being
Exactly.
hit. Yeah.
And listen, if this game was smart enough when it came to the statues in the field for Layton to be like, excuse me, that is a opposite handprint from the open hand that the statue holds. I was just like, damn, good catch. I didn't even notice that. So now I'm watching every single fucking fingerprint and handprint
Yeah.
to see if it's the right hand or wrong hand.
Come
Anyways,
on, Phoenix, you've got to
those
see this right.
fingerprints. That's some hard evidence. But then again,
What is it, Nick?
there's something about those fingerprints.
Oh, it sounds like you're onto something, Nick.
Don't get too excited. It's just a hunch.
Your hunches are usually pretty good, not gonna lie.
These fingerprints, they don't look quite right to me for some reason. Espella swung this pipe while holding it in both hands.
In any case, pray tell us what happened after the defendant took a swing at you.
Blacked out for a few minutes.
Hold it! Do you remember the moment you were hit?
Sort of. It was dark, so I'm not exactly sure how it happened.
Don't carve another bridge. I'm getting tired of the bridge. It's the bridge
Yep.
again.
See, I'm clever with my fingers, but not that good at dodging steel pipes, so I got it.
And you're positive there was no one else at the crime scene?
Yup. The cute guard suddenly walked in, sort of nonchalantly. Now that I think about it. The door suddenly opened and I turned towards it. That must be when I got hit. So it was his fault.
Eh?
Oh, I'll have my revenge. They say my special spice blend is too strong for a human consumption.
Please don't kill the guard.
I don't think you will ever be able to taste chocolate afterwards.
Alright, I know it was annoying, but that's kind of fucked up.
Terrifying.
Huh. She says while smiling. Scary.
I'm kissing a knife. Johnny said he saw the moment Olivia was hit.
Yeah, and he didn't see anyone else in the room either.
So when I came to, the guard had already captured that girl. I don't trust the situation.
There doesn't seem to be anything wrong with her testimony.
No.
Still.
But those fingerprints.
Uh-huh.
Got any ideas, Nick?
This one piece of evidence has been on my mind. It's not something easy to see, but it feels out of place.
I didn't notice anything. Better take a second look at the court record.
I've got nothing concrete. Just a hunch to go on, but should I present that?
Yes.
That!
She danced.
Alright, 10 p.m. Found
She
the
do a
girl
little
clutching one of the bizarro
one-legged.
toys. She made it. She grabbed the pipe. I'm gonna go with this one because I think that's the one that she reacted to, or we reacted to when it came to it. Because it's the whole like swinging the pipe, and you can't really do that.
You can't swing
with
it if
the
you're
way it was
holding the
being
end
held.
of it. Yeah.
Hell yeah,
Boom.
dude. You're claiming that the defendant swung the pipe at you. Well, that's impossible.
Why do you say that, sweetie?
The defendant's fingerprints were found on the pipe.
Malfunctioned for a second.
There is a contradiction here.
A contradiction? What? It's impossible.
That is most interesting. Well then, the defense shall explain. What's in the photo of the fingerprints contradicts the testimony. Oh boy.
Goodness, the game did not like that, apparently.
The location. Well, I mean, the location and the position both were.
I was going to say, because the position of the fingerprints is that technically they're upside down to what they're claiming. I actually think that's it, because they're kind of considering this like the bottom of the thing. So I'm going to say the position of the fingerprints. Because if it was being a weapon, they would be the opposite way turned around.
I guess so, yeah.
Both of them can technically work, but it's the position of the fingerprints, Your Honor.
Because I'm like in position, they should be on the other end like this, you know what I mean?
Yeah, or I was thinking, flipped 180 degrees, but...
Oh, the position.
Oh god, he has a weapon!
According to the witness's testimony, the defendant held the pipe like this.
Phoenix,
In order to hit the
down.
witness on the head, she raised the pipe like so.
That is preciso what she did? I think that's how you pronounce
Sure enough. Good enough. And then she struck from above. But here's the problem. Think about the fingerprints that she would have left had she done just that.
What are you getting at, Mr. Wright?
Look closely at the way I'm holding the pipe. In this situation, the fingerprints would look like this. The thumb is above the other fingers.
Indeed, there's no doubt about it.
Now take a look at the fingerprints that were actually left on the pipe.
Goodness, the thumb, it's below the other fingers.
What?
That's right. Miss Al Dente,
What is it?
had the defendant attacked you as you described, the fingerprints would have been the other way around, which means something's not right with your testimony.
What'd you do? Stop bopping for 5 seconds.
Nervously bops.
Order.
Bopping intensifies.
What is the meaning of this? His fingerprint was submitted as decisive evidence. How come this contradiction was not brought to light before?
No. Miss Al Dente, what do you have to say about this?
Oh god.
That's even more dangerous than anything you've done so far. Why are you throwing an entire lobster?
It's not a lobster, it's a prawn.
Or prawn, giant shrimp. Excuse me, Miss Al Dente?
Know how to bring out the full sweetness of a sweet potato?
This isn't Food Wars. That's an entirely different IP, okay? Huh?
You use a pinch of salt. Interesting, right? You use salt to make something taste sweeter.
I'm not following.
I remember it now. It was the other way around, not as you'd expected.
You tried to hit her. Good. Glad to know you got an admission from it.
I'm sorry I got to be confused. You'd normally hold the pipe like that. But she's so small and the pipe is heavy. She held it the other way.
The other way?
Not like this. She held it in this way.
Yes, because it's so much easier to viciously attack someone like that if the pipe is too heavy. Bruh. But you testified that she fiercely swung the pipe at you.
I'm telling you, I got confused. Olivia's sorry, okay?
How could you mistake the way she held the pipe if she was right in front of you?
Oh, why don't you go fry an egg? What does it matter if she held it one way or another? You wouldn't call a slightly salted sweet potato a salty potato because it's still a sweet potato no matter what you add to it.
The
witness is right and probably has a point, doesn't she, Mr. Wright?
Oh, my brain.
So the defendant attacked the witness holding the pipe backhanded. It seems a bit unnatural, but it does make sense, I suppose.
Yeah, maybe if it was a dagger, not
Indeed
a
it
pipe.
does, Your Honor. There's no problem with this evidence after all.
Does the defense agree?
No.
No!
I agree. There are no problems with this evidence. We'll be one step away from losing this case. There's got to be a contradiction somewhere in that fishy testimony. Could Espella have hit Olivia holding the pipe backhanded?
Prove there's a contradiction or stay put and see how it
Have
goes.
anything that can prove there's a contradiction?
What was, just out of curiosity, what was Maya's newspaper that Darklaw was reading so intently?
It just says
about
front
the
page.
jewel thieves.
It was the jewel thieves in London. Gargoyle. Fucking
I wonder if those
flashlight.
witch things are taking the jewels. And
I have no
she's
idea.
like,
I wonder if this is one of those situations where we kind of have to let it play out, because I don't. Because I mean, is it possible? Technically, but I mean, I guess we can say prove the contradiction, but I don't know if there is. But we'll go for it. Definitely seems like this is what it wanted us to do. So,
Yep.
well, Miss Al Dente, I'm afraid that you're in a pickle now.
Oh,
I was gonna say that your
wait.
water is boiled. Yes.
She was supposedly hit on the back of the head, right?
Yes.
Which means she wouldn't have seen anything.
Maybe we'll see where this goes. So,
I don't really see why.
adding a pack of lies to a testimony can turn things very sour for a witness.
All the witnesses have done that in the past, to me, have been arrested.
Yeah.
I would assume the defense is prepared to prove its claim. That there is a contradiction in this witness's testimony.
Correct, Your Honor. I won't know until I try.
The defense shall now present evidence to the court. The evidence contradicting the assertion that the defendant hit the witness holding the pipe backhanded is...
Fuck. Let's see. Do profiles have height? No, they do not. Okay. Greatest staff guy in the head while trying to seize the defendant.
Olivia's taller.
Yeah, we don't have anything that actually states that.
No.
I'm almost gonna say this because she was holding a thing, maybe? I don't know. I fucking...
She was holding the pipe at some point. Her fingerprints are on it.
Yeah. Like, part of me wants to say the torch. It's ironic, but we got that for a reason. I legitimately don't know. Because... I mean, this doesn't really give us...
we don't have lives like usual.
Well, no, I think we do. It's just gonna pop away once it pops back up when we mess it up. Because we have the 5 exclamation points.
Oh, right.
I mean, I could use a hint.
True.
I don't know how much it costs, but I could use a hint to get us on the right track. Because I don't know anything for sure.
Also to spare the people some time.
That is very true.
And suffering. Sure, here's my hint coin.
Just take a hint coin. I've only got 42 of them. Okay, so it's got to be the flashlight.
It narrowed it down.
Very interesting. But the only thing I can think of would be the flashlight, I guess.
Wait, because what's the other thing?
It's the newspaper, and then it's the the medical report.
We're so used to saying
report.
autopsy. Oh wait, what is it? Hold on.
Just light injury.
The back of the head.
I mean, maybe it is that because the back of the head.
She's like, oh, I saw exactly how she was holding it, and then she said that she blacked out.
I'll go with it. Okay, it is.
See,
that.
I was
Cool.
right.
I really want it to be the flashlight.
I was right before the hint.
Miss Al Dente, you previously testified that you were using that hat to cover the wound you received in the assault.
It's normal for senoritas, yes, to cover up things they don't want others to see.
That's not all. You also described the defendant as little if you recall.
Mm-hmm.
That is to say, Miss Cantabella is, at the very least, shorter than you.
Stop doing that. It's dangerous. I've grown tall and healthy thanks to the wonderful Mediterranean sunshine.
Let me ask
What
you
are you, a
then.
plant?
How did a girl shorter than you, holding a heavy pipe backhanded, manage to land a blow to the back of your head?
Yeah.
I'd say it's impossible.
I forgot how tiny his eyes are.
The fingerprints on the weapon showed the defendant held it backhanded. But even if she didn't, it is highly unlikely she would be able to hit Miss Al Dente's head like that.
Now she's bopping.
Order! I will have order! What is the defense getting at?
Even if it was highly unlikely, it cannot be proven that it was impossible. Miss Cantabella's fingerprints were found on that pipe, Your Honor.
She could have just picked it up some other
Nothing
time.
can change the fact that it was the defendant who held the weapon.
Wait, does Al Dente wear gloves?
I'm pretty sure she does. I would hope so
there
if
we
she's in food
go.
prep, but
That is so. Does the defense have any comments?
I can't deny that. It's clear that Espella did hold that pipe.
She held it like this, right? How would she do that? It'd be hard to hit anyone like this.
Maya! Stay just like that for 23 and a half hours.
Oh, come on!
Because I think I'll have the answer for this by next time.
I have to hold this pipe like this.
I'm gonna walk across the other and I'm gonna hold it. Oh my god! It all makes sense now! You've done it, Maya.
Oh, I did?
Yes. Now wait,
Cool.
let go for a second. Bonk!
Ow!
That's what you give her earlier.
That's not fair! I got you when you were unaware. You got me when well, yeah, okay.